lost now. I'm lost now. Paralyzed.
Yay.
Don't pretend this is a lie. You don't know what is crazy. Don't pretend this is a lie. A lie. A lie. A lie. A lie. A lie.
Yay.
Hello folks, how's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend thus far. I look different today. That's because we're in mod development setup here. This is a game running with my chem splines mod, which is the mod that we use for all of our snapshot video creations. And it's running from a debugging environment, so I don't get my account in here. That is loud, isn't it? Music. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. It's lower now. Thank you, Gabo and TGB for the follows during the intro. Appreciate that.
"5 years and still going. What a wonderful time it's been so far. Thank you for the years of awesome content, and looking forward to many more."
Thank you so much, Ikoi. Thank you so much for, what is that? 60 months, holy smokes, of support. That is very cool. Yeah, I've, this month I've passed 10 years on YouTube. I want to make a like a 10-year anniversary video and started looking at stuff. Like basically looking at my really old videos yesterday, and then kind of ended up just watching my own design, like my old design rant series, kind of fully. It's interesting. This like good videos from way back then that has like 800 views. I use IntelliJ. Oh, interesting. I guess it stripped your message because it looked like it was just an emote. Thank you, Blackscore. for 35 months of support. The tier 2, thank you so much. No, I'm not reading. And for all the help. Blacksquare is actually helping me both with the videos and with this mod development.
Improving snapshot video software. What about improving drone footage delivery software?
No, that one is just beyond hope. Thank you, Thomas, for 58 months. And for the reminder. And the hype train. And thank you, Akoi, for the bits. Wow. Everything going on. Let's... Ooh. I had, like, keybinds for this stuff. So this? That's not it. This... That is it. Except... That's really weird. Why do I have it at the top? Okay. What is usually at the top left? Like, I don't have anything there anymore, right? I used to have something there. But I don't think I have anything there anymore. I used to have, like, a latest event kind of thing up there. This thing then? Like that. I think that's fine. Should be fine. Yeah, so this is just a random file I brought up. Is this, like, reasonable font size to begin with? I might need to do... How do you do that now once? Like this. Oh, that doesn't help. If I do like this, maybe? Where's the border of this thing? It's here. That's what I need. Hi, Andy. Thank you, Tomorrow, for the 59 as well. For always being here. Awesome mod. Thank you. Mod in the other the other meaning of the word. Today is also the first stream that goes live directly, dual streamed to YouTube to my second channel. So there might be some technical hiccups. I'm sorry about that in that case. We'll figure it out. It's quite different to read with the opacity thingy sometimes. Yeah, maybe what we want is how does this look? Oh, that's a set. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to make this darker, but I guess I can just do that. That's twice as dark. That's a little bit much.
Yay.
You look different today. I do. You mean stream directly to both YouTube and Twitch for me? Well, I've done that for a while, but this is the first one that goes directly to Lime and Caught. Right, so the normal streams, like the ones that are just Minecraft, generally go dual streams for both Twitch and YouTube to my main channel. And then stuff that is not that have been streamed to Twitch and then uploaded manually to my second channel. But now this is going directly live to my second channel. I guess the maybe that's why I didn't have that, because the music can go quite long sometimes. Can I like back out of this? Give me one moment, see if I might mess something up now, but I'll try. Oh boy. Okay. Only messed it up a little bit. Can fix that. There we go. Okay. We'll run with this. This is fine. So I want to do a couple of things. Oh, that doesn't show. Interesting. So we have a recording indicator thing. Just this is GUI mixin. That's pretty okay. Secure graphics and a delta tracker. Hey, thank you for the hype train, folks. Appreciate that. Yeah, maybe I'll just make this slightly darker. It'll take me a moment. I figure out that's where it is. Okay. But it should be doable. Hold on. All jank. Think it looks pretty good? Well, some people had trouble with it, so I wouldn't hate being slightly darker. Let's hold on. I have a darker version already? Oh no, it's the other thing. Okay. This is alpha 260. No, 200. That wouldn't make sense. Maybe we go like this. How about that? That looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I mean on mobile, like depending on the size of your screen, it's going to be more or less readable, right? It's also going to be, you know, it's going to be a thing where at some level you're just not going to be able to read everything if you're on a mobile, and trying to make it readable on a mobile would make it completely impossible to use as a development environment. So we'll just live with some kind of just, I don't know, it's some in between. Don't you have like a convert this lambda to a method? Extract method. Yeah. Cool. That's an incredibly weird. Okay, whatever. Oh no, okay. It did not do at all what I wanted it to do. Oh no. Okay. Okay, that's fine. What does unique do? Oh. For some reason, I can't tell it like have the word wrap thing on in all editors, so I have to remember to do it whenever I open a new file. I wish we could use OX number encoding and commands in JSON. Yeah. And some of the color stuff is quite annoying. I don't know that that's the solution though. Most of the kind of JSON formats are now for Minecraft in particular, now support having colors separated by component, which I think is nicer. So the reason I started looking at this, well, part is that working with stuff in mixins is less nice because the hot reloading works less reliably and stuff. But I also want to add something to this, which is I'd like an indicator kind of up here where there's a recording indicator up in the left-hand corner of the screen. I'd kind of also like an indicator there for there are chunks that haven't rendered yet, because I don't want to start recording a video when there's like terrain popping in the background. That doesn't look nice. It also means I need to figure out how to know if that's the case, which I have no idea where it is right now. Somebody asked before what mappings I use. Of course I use the official mappings. Why wouldn't I? There are only, in my mind, two reasons why you would use any other mappings. One is because you have muscle memory on those mappings already, and the other is that you're paranoid as heck. But I have muscle memory with, you know, working in the actual code with the official mapping, so why the heck would I not use those? Maybe put this in the top right corner. Or maybe just put it, I don't know, could put it in the same space. They would overlap for people though. Oh boy, what are these? Why don't I have I, J, F, G, K, L, M, and N? Very good. I'm gonna kind of assume this is X and Y. I think that makes sense. This is part of the problem. Like, you work in the actual code base, you just look up what that actually is. Yes. The hidden lore of Ishkulmkin. No. Minecraft font, line height. Why is... Okay, wait. Why is Y different on this? This is not gonna auto reload. So this has X and Y. So in this, the drawstring, I guess the icon is just larger. I did not expect to stream today that I want to watch. Hi, Fabian. Also started late. I think I'm still just going to assume... So this is should probably be like this then. So I guess these are 16. So that would that be actual pixels in size? It also doesn't really make that much sense. we'll see. This will be easy enough to see. We're just gonna put another copy of the thing there, and I'm gonna try to. Okay, it's pretending that I actually hot reloaded. So I doubt it, but we'll see. Okay, it did. Right. So let me. What's my keybind? There. That changed something with chat? That is incredibly annoying. I'm sorry about that. I can't fix that right now. So here's how it looks. Get a little recording in progress. So that actually is a 16 by 16 icon. Which is fine. I suppose it just means that the line height doesn't matter. It's the 16 that matters. And then we'll. Okay, this still doesn't really make sense. Okay, I think it hasn't fully reloaded. That makes it. So, we're just gonna restart. And it's part of why I moved that out to a separate class. But also Java is kind of bad at hot reloading stuff that is like new methods and stuff, regardless. Okay, there we go. Oh boy, there we go. So now here's how it looks now. We got 2 recording in progress things, which is, that looks fine. So now I just want to make those into something that is actually, you know, what it is supposed to be. So, loading indicator is going to be something. And then like loading in progress. Or like chunk loading in progress, maybe. Yeah, the observer icon is kind of good. I need to find another icon for this. We're kind of trying to not need to have a resource pack. So I need to pick something that there exists a texture for in the game that would represent loading. And probably be, you know, somewhat visible thing, you know, eye-catching. And maybe it's just an eye of Ender or something, I don't know. Clock, that's a good idea. Do I have... What is the mod doing? So the mod is... Yeah, do I have a spline here? It's doing stuff like this. See, this is like... I'm not doing anything, by the way. I'm not touching the keyboard. So it's playing a camera motion while also doing a bunch of stuff that is doing something in the game. It has an input recording, it can run commands, it can change your like F5 mode, camera view. And basically that's how we get these kind of exactly the same things side by side in an old version and new version. Where's the clock texture is the next question, because it's not one texture. It's like clock, O, assets, Minecraft textures item. And then clock 00 should be fine. Textures item clock underscore 00. You can switch to here. Let's see if we can get that to reload. Hot swap failed. Yeah. So this is the unfortunate part about hot reloading. It just doesn't want to do stuff sometimes. Use a compass and rotate its needle while chunks are reloading. Well, that would be the same thing as rotating the clock, right? Which I suppose is reasonably easy. Mention toaster. Thank you for that Prime sub. Oh. No comments on that name. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. For anybody who hasn't been here before or doesn't know, there are a bunch of perks to being a sub on Twitch or a patron or a member on YouTube. To the main channel though, I guess. Which is you get access to some behind the scenes stuff, a special channel on the Discord. You can see when you can join and kind of hang out when we make the snapshot videos, so you can see how we use this mod and stuff, and you get access to my fan server. The mod is not public, no. Compass. It's just, which one is the nicest? Regular or recovery? That was because I understood what it meant. Maybe the recovery compass is nicer. Which I suppose. Okay. At that point, we're just gonna textures items recovery compass underscore. We're just doing that. Do we just spin it? So this had some delta tracker. What are these layers? Layered draw. Wait. Add a layer. A layer is something which takes a delta tracker, which game can't get real-time delta ticks. Okay. Hey, Albinton. You wrote recover, not recovery. This is like pair programming, but except with like so many people. Yeah, I understand German to some degree. I can barely talk German. It was enough that it was helpful during our vacation this summer when we did a road trip through German. Well, not just Germany, but large parts of German-speaking Europe. More helpful than I thought it would be, actually. I need to add this here. Mob programming? Yeah, I suppose. Although different people have different exact meanings for that. Delta tracker get, I guess real time is what makes sense here. What is that? Lego pit stop. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate that price. I went through Austria. So we went from Sweden through Denmark, stayed a night in Copenhagen, down through Germany, stayed a night there, into the Netherlands to Amsterdam, stay a couple of nights there, then went kind of southeast from there back into Germany, then south into France, through Luxembourg, and then kind of from France eastwards through a whole bunch. What situation were useful? It was useful to just understand stuff like directions and whatnot. But I think the most useful situation was must have been Switzerland. We stayed at a place where the owners, it was a small kind of bed and breakfast place, and the owners did not speak English. But we managed to kind of communicate about our trip and where we were going, what we'd been, and kind of breakfast at this time. Kind of, here's your room, these are the places, those type of things. So that was useful. What if I just... cool. Base bus. How does this look again? This might not be right. Also, this is not going to hold for load. Nope, didn't. It was a great trip. 19 days. And 9 countries, I think. 10 if you include Sweden. So the rest of the countries were Switzerland, Austria, Liechtenstein, Czech Republic. I think that was it. And then back through Germany, and then ferry back over to Sweden. I'm thinking about... Okay, that apparently did not do the thing. It's pointing down. What texture is down, though? Is down 0? Are we always just getting 0 here? Am I misunderstanding what this thing does? Okay, this is extremely weird code. Here's what it does. If real-time delta ticks is larger than 7, then return half. Otherwise, return it. But I guess we don't really need that. We can just grab the time. I mean, this doesn't need to be here either. Was this long? That doesn't bind the right direction. Please let me auto reload this. Okay, so that works. We probably want it to spin faster. Maybe 4 times as fast? Maybe faster. Faster! I mean, even faster. There we go. Normal string concatenation would, yeah, that would just give you compass 0 instead of compass 00, which is the name of the texture. String format is not really that fast. That doesn't matter. We're doing this once per frame. And only while we're loading stuff. Okay, so that is looking good. I'm gonna undo my hackery in the recording indicator so we don't have that. But then the next thing to do is figure out how do we answer the question, are all the chunks rendered, which is really what we need to show when we need to show this. Is when all chunks are not rendered. Whirl Frenzy, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Which would be when? Render chunk, no. Chunk. Well, there's something called a render chunk, and we can probably need this decompiled. We can probably trace where this is used. You what? Oh. Can't do what? Okay, I have to shut down the game for that to work, I guess. Sorry about the black background for a little bit. No. What are you complaining about? What else would be accessing that file? We'll just restart that. There's a Java process running. Okay, there it goes. So we're just losing thing by thing here. So there is a reason why the mod is not published, right? And that is because Okay, what now? And that is because it changes frequently, right? It's not based on any API or anything. It's just a thing that we use. We have to update it manually when it breaks because something changes in the game. I do not want to be on the line for supporting other people with this thing. The second thing is, it is a mod that I'm specifically... Why did we end up here? It's a mod that I'm specifically using to make my videos, and it is giving me quality in my videos that we put a lot of effort into this just to get me that quality. And so if I publish it, you know, anybody else can start making the same kind of quality videos without that effort. And so I will just be giving away that quality to them. So I will be sweating. Okay, my music broke? What the heck is going on? Hold on. Yeah, there we are. I would be giving away my kind of competitive advantage, if you will. Sweating about trying to get stuff done, and then as soon as I'm done, somebody else will just go, I can grab this now and get all the value out of it. Hey Gamer, thank you so much for 28 months. Could there even be intellectual property problems with Mojang? No. None of this mod, like, so everything I do with this channel, everything related, is completely isolated from Mojang. You know, I do not use, like, I am literally not allowed to do anything that would have intellectual property problems. It's Fabric, yes. But not Fabric API, notably. Chunk info in render region cache. Does a computer have sends new chunk info, and the chunk info can create a render chunk. It's oddly specific. Sure, yes. I mean, for this, it absolutely is. I could not do this on Forge, because Forge, generally speaking, doesn't care about updating to snapshots. So. Well, where's a render region cache? Level renderer. Compile sections. This sounds pretty good. So you're on compile sections. That makes a new render region cache. That's interesting. Render section. Set not dirty. Rebuild sections async. Class all neighbors. List. What is the list? It's a list of render sections. Where's list use? Okay, it's right here. Okay. We're not saving this stuff anywhere. So yeah, I'm using the official mappings. But yes, it's still weird because you don't get all of the info. So there's still like var 10 here or whatever, you know? Sometimes companies do not take any chances with hobbies that even touch their business. Good to hear that Mojang is more cool about this. Well, I think Mojang is more cool about this in general, but also this was me being able to do that stuff was a precondition to me taking employment there. I would not have I would not have started working for Mojang if they said you can't continue to do your stuff on your channel. So there's a visible sections list, which has a render section. Nearby visible section. This is interesting. So what does that contain? This is in level renderer. What owns a level renderer? Oh my god. Client level. Which I should be able to grab if we do a breakpoint here. Can I dig that out? Minecraft. Level render. Perfect. Visible sections. 539 things in there. Excuse me? Yeah, 539. Does that make sense? Render distance is at what? 12. 539. Maybe this? I think that's just on screen though. Like I'd kind of like everything in all directions, which is gonna be something else. So now it turned around a little bit. 556. Yeah. So I think it's dependent on occlusion culling and stuff, which is interesting. I'd like some way to force it to render all the chunks in all directions, but we can figure that out later. I think that's the case for a lot of people mentioned Toaster. We hear a lot of people who started coding because of Mojang or Minecraft, and that's really cool. So I'll need to be able to access that. Level render. This section has rendered all sections. Hello. Okay, let's just use the thing that is provided then. That's very interesting. Okay. So if I now, hey, cool. Let's do this. Just want lots of chunks here. Okay, it is flashing a little bit. And my music connection stopped again. Okay, but it seems pretty stable. Give me a second to restart my audio setup again. There we go. Get this back up. I don't think Naeselius wants to move to the US either. Okay, that's cool. It is flashing a little bit when you move. Which is a little annoying. Oh, that's interesting. Actually would like to get rid of the flashing. So we probably just have a timer on that. Yeah, exactly. What do we call that? Actually, can do the other thing. This might need to be a long note. Does Mojang not have any remote work? We are a hybrid, which means, yes, we do work remotely, but also you're expected to be at the office sometimes. I guess we'll do that, and then if loading timestamp, well, say that we want it on screen at least half a second. That's also not gonna hot reload, so off you go. Should be able to see it right away here as it loads. Okay, that looked pretty good. Certainly goes away when loading is done. This bug does not get affected by it. Like just going up and down means it pops up, but then goes away, moving a bit. Okay. I think I'm quite happy with that. Now, here's a quite important part. That should not show if we're actually recording. I don't want that popping up when we're recording. That would be bad. Like suddenly there's that indicator on all my snapshot videos. Okay, so that's step one of what I wanted to do. Now, the second thing I kind of want to do is I want to make a command that basically brings you to a place where there is a spline. which we have already. We have like teleport here, and now I'm there. But then that also kind of does this. That just forces the game to try to render sections in all directions. Now, that's a thing I want to know. Actually, let's re-render everything. So if I do this. I don't know if the has rendered all section things covers the fact that there's stuff behind me that needs to compile. It also doesn't cover things that aren't sent from the server yet, but I don't know if that matters. That's pretty much how things are for us as well. We're in twice a week. And then sometimes more. Sometimes, you know, there's a bunch of stuff going on and you want to go to the office more. That could be an option to this command, I guess. Teleport. Yeah, it has time already. Probably not.
Yay.
Let's do this again. Software up. How close is the airport to the Mojang office? Asking for a friend. Fair bit. There is a kind of local airport in quite reasonable proximity to the city, but the international airport is a good ways out of town. Let me get rid of this text behind the text. So this is what the current thing does. Just player teleport to Arlanda is the international airport, yeah. It's probably gonna need a completely custom thing. I don't know if prepare is a good word, but whatever. Player doesn't matter. We'll just grab that. "44 minutes from airport to office with public transport, better than expected." That I believe would be with express trains, though. Which is fine. They're just more expensive. Surely I have a send thing here. Yeah. Client bound status. What is this? Actually, can I just reuse this? I probably can. Yeah, I can. Sure. 38 minutes by car, 44 minutes by public transport. 38 minutes by car only works when there's absolutely no traffic, though. Are there difference in price for regional trains depending on their speed, or is this just regular high-speed line? There's a specific airport line that is way more expensive, but also way faster. Oh, okay. Okay. Not that. This? Yeah. Two hours, 20 minutes by public transport. That is... My work is 40 minutes by car. 2 hours, 20 minutes by public transport. Yeah. So, like, from here to get into work is probably... On a good day, it's like less. It's 15 minutes or less by car. And it's...
Yay.
Maybe 35, 40 minutes by public transport, including like walking, because most of that time is walking. Thank you, Chaz and Enchanted Games, for the follows. Appreciate that. So where are these? Here. What are we doing here? Returning nothing. Okay. So could we improve with a bike? Not really. Because you wouldn't be able to take the bike on the train. Could potentially be improved by 2 bikes, but then you'd need somewhere to stash them without them being stolen. Actually, like, biking all the way to work is about the same time as taking the train and walking. But that is biking in my speed, which is always biking as if it's an exercise, not biking as if it's, you know, leisurely. It's not a thing I'm capable of. Throw more bikes at your problem until it's solved. Yeah, obviously. client in it. Mistyped that as cam splinies instead of splines, and now I kind of really like the splinies mob word. I take my time with me in trains all the time. Yeah, I mean, sure, but you're not allowed to here. You're allowed to bring a bike on the commuter trains that I take, but not during rush hour. And would you know, during rush hour is generally where I need to get to and from work. 64km/h opposing wind. You don't want to bike through a 64km/h headwind? It's explains, yeah. So interestingly, we now get like the indicator up here in the corner a bunch just randomly. Which is reasonable. Because something is going to change with a chunk every now and then that has to be re-rendered. But I wonder if doing the opposite of what we did would be better. That is, it has to be loading chunks for a while before we show the indicator, rather than it show the indicator for a while after it's been loading. People usually have two bikes, one for home to station, one for station to work. Yeah, but that you also have a lot better like places for storing bikes at the stations. We have a good place for storing bikes at my station for biking to the station, but that's a 5-minute walk anyway. That's pointless. It would probably take me longer to lock the bike and then get back up to the train place than it would take to just walk the way. But there's no such place in this station in town where I would need to go from there to work. This was an interesting song. Could it would just slow me down enough that the trip would take 3 times as long as in 9 hours. Oof. Yeah. I like to get back into biking to work and stuff. I need to figure out logistics. When I worked at DICE, I used to do it a lot, and then I had a much longer commute. And I would do it several times per week. It was really good. I actually ran home from work last week. It's like a 7.5-8 kilometer run or something. So that was pretty good. But my running has taken a bit of a break now because I've got some problem with the foot, and I'm super eager to get back out and run, but I can't. I need to force myself not to. Is rotate a thing that I can just transform the entities? I don't want to rotate 90 degrees. My goal for next year is 6,366 kilometers, which is the distance to Earth's core. But you're not going downwards, yeah. Sure. Was going around the map in Stockholm, saw an IKEA. It feels like a church when it's in Sweden, to be honest. So the IKEA that we usually go to, mostly because it's the closest one to us, is the first IKEA that was ever built, and it's the world's largest. But we just think about it as like, that's IKEA. The rotate isn't it. I guess it's then a set. Set wire rot would be a good reasonable thing to do, I think. And these are stupidly in the grease. What's a reasonable time? Just spin around for like 2 seconds? Is that reasonable? Actually, we'll just let's say there's 40 ticks. Poured water onto my bike trailer from the second floor because it was the easiest way to clean it from cobwebs. Interesting. There, now we need to call those. So, packet handler. This is a client-side thing, so that should be fine. Client.prepare. Now we don't even need this. Cat meowing outside. And then we have some mix-in where I can call this thing. Do we? Camera. Minecraft mix in. Oh yeah, player input run take. This is fine. I'll prepare take. Doesn't matter which order, shouldn't. So we'll do that. Okay. And that also doesn't hot reload, which is expected. So we'll just do that. Apparently, since we started going back to the office more, the office, the kind of bike storage place we have is so full that people can't fit their bikes properly anymore. So actually, let's just... Yeah, that is very quick, actually. I wonder if that... So let's just go somewhere else. To the horizon and beyond. Let's go here. That should be far enough away that all of the stuff that I had loaded is now unloaded. So if we had to repair, and up here. And stuff is definitely not loaded. Probably just do a lot longer. Maybe like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Even that feels very quick. Wait, are we actually... Oh, this might be frame rate dependent now. It probably is, yes. Ooh.
Woo.
Woo. Yeah, Swinksy. Thank you so much for the Prime sub for 23 months. And woo. Okay, so that's why it's so quick. It's because I'm saying ticks here, but these are not actually ticks. So tick here is actually frame. Boolean render level. What does run tick do? Then it does tick. What? Set your max frame rate to 20. Oh yeah, that'll be great. But when is the call to like actually tick the local server? That's not single player server. These are all crash stuff. That probably takes from a different thread. So maybe there isn't such a thing. That's interesting. Client tick count. But this is definitely partial ticks 1 game render. What? Interpolate between. But this is not actually rendering though. So maybe this is the correct thing, but the thing that I have now is not the correct thing. It's run tick. That's not the right call. This would be render level false. What is this? Disconnect. Not the right thing. Update screen and tick. Or set screen. Where's the thing? Run here. Advanced time. That's yes. This dot tick is what I want actually, which means this needs another mix in. Mix in target reference. That has no things. Why are you complaining? Because I'm missing. I'm feeling less than entirely convinced about that I'm right about this. I'm pretty sure I need to restart this now. Super dramatic game restart. Okay, so if I run prepare now, what do I have it set to? It's 100 ticks. It should take 5 seconds to spin around. Yeah? That kind of looked... I mean, now it kind of looks bad, but I guess that doesn't matter. Because the world certainly is loaded in all directions now. But let's just... Right, I'm not me. Let's go 1,000 blocks away. And then prepare again. So I guess we're kind of beholden to loading speed as well. But that looked kind of better. Maybe the best thing to do would be to spin twice. I kind of like that. Although I don't know how well this will work. It's on Twitch and it's on my second YouTube channel. So I because I'm doing like behind the scenes stuff, I'm not running it on the main channel. Spin until you completed a spin where no loading indicator has been shown. Maybe, but like... Yeah. It is kind of just randomly popping up though. Setting your field of view until 360... Well, I mean, you can't. You can set it to this, which is, I think, close to 180 or something. I don't know what it is, like the exact... But I don't want to be messing with field of view, ideally. I think the main problem I have left now is that this part is not mainly rendering, it's mainly server sending chunks. And like in this case it's a local server, so it kind of works, but ideally we should be waiting until we have all the chunks, but I don't know. Well, actually, you should be able to see what the actual value is, right? It's 110. That's the maximum we could set. I suppose we could probably set a higher value, but I don't want to get into that. Who knows how much of the game just breaks. I'm having random ideas like whenever we receive a chunk, push back the prepare a little bit or something. But ideally, we should just not be spinning or anything until we haven't, I guess, have a timer since like last received chunk. Negative 180. Could you have a mixin that just disables chunk calling? Well, it's not the calling problem. It's we need to wait until the server has sent all the chunks in the loaded area in the render distance, which is not related to calling. So what I'm looking for here is to create eventually a system where I can type a command that automatically does this for a spline, waits for everything to be loaded, then hits record for that spline, and then moves on to the next spline and does the same thing, right? Just automatically record everything we have set up on a server. That's the end goal.
Yay.
A crafting fish. Thank you for the follow. That is not what I meant to do. So if we received any chunk within the last, I don't know, then 10th of a second, then we just wait. No, 990. The chunk loading is not the issue there. The client has all the chunks, right? The fact that they show up when I turn around is because they haven't been rendered, not because they haven't been sent. But we don't want to start trying to render them before they have been sent. The next project after that, having a generative AI building all the setups for you. Why would I want some garbage hallucinating something? Spending all of this effort to make quality stuff, right? AI, generative AI, is quite far from quality stuff, in my humble opinion, or maybe not so humble. The issue is not calling. So the whole I'm preparing stuff by spinning around is solving the calling issue, right? But if I do that before there's anything to prepare, then I've not solved the issue. So the issue is I need to wait for the client to receive all the chunks before I do that. Have some form of mix-in for client packet listener. That sounds good. This is a fun class, though. It just has like 4 million thing. Chunk. Handle level chunk with light. Unchunk ready to render in level renderer. That's actually probably pretty good. Q light update. So level renderer is probably what I want. Which means I need a new mix-in for that. We don't have one. Oh well. Sorry, had to stop and sneeze. What did I say? On chunk, ready to render. And that takes a chunk pass. Call back info. Toid. That little thing. That should be fine. And then all we do here is cam splines client dot receive chunk. The server always sends all chunks in render distance, yes. That is exactly right. And then, yes, another option could be to try to disable. But the thing is, you don't want to disable. Well, we really don't want to disable culling, right? Because I still don't want to render stuff underground. So all you'd kind of want to do is disable the frustum culling part of culling, but not everything. Where's the thing? It's in resources. Makes sense. That level render makes sense. There's 0 chance that can auto reload. Have I done anything I need to do? I think I have there. Yeah, just timestamps. It will. Yeah, it will be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so we'll do this again. And then prepare. And okay. So it started spinning. Before it started getting chunks. And then it did. Okay. Interesting. It kind of did the right thing, but only because I had the two rotations thing. So I think maybe one thing we can do is in CamSplank's client, we do on prepare, we also set last received chunks to now. So we wait a little bit extra for at least a 1/10 of a second. And hopefully we start getting a chunk. Maybe we don't. That looked weird. Frustum calling is the one that depends on your camera orientation, is correct. So frustum calling is what clips the stuff we render in the world to the visible space of the camera. Edges of the screen. Why did that just not hot reload? Because that did not feel like it waited. Well, I guess it's waiting for a 1/10 of a second, which is a very short time. Could actually just wait a second. Why not use authme fabric mod to log into your Minecraft account on the dev environment? Because I have 0 need for my account. Actually, the simple way to hack this is to just set this to a time in the future. Which is ugly, but whatever. Just take a second. Of course, that doesn't auto reload. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, I think I was already further away. It's fine. And now I think we could probably then take down the time it takes to spin and only spin one rotation. So we'll put this back to 360. And we'll pull down, prepare ticks. Wait. Yeah, that's 5 seconds at the moment. It can probably be half of that. Because if we wanted to add dependencies we don't need, we would have been using JavaScript. Oh, truth hurts. I should have been doing this. That looks much better. Let's do that again without stuff on the screen. That looked weird. Why did it start immediately there? Like it did one tick of rotation. What? Why you do that? That is weird. It did again. It 100% did it again. So yeah, I'm not understanding this. I can simplify this too. So now it has to be more than last received chunks plus 100. But last received chunks is now plus this extra loading time, which is a second. Is a second just not enough, maybe? That's absolutely possible. Because it takes unexpectedly long sometimes for chunks to start showing up. Especially in this case where it's like loading chunks while I'm... Okay, that is so spinning while... Okay, that is not a question of 2 seconds. That was spinning immediately. So there's something I'm not understanding. Or it's something that hasn't hot reloaded properly. And I am using milliseconds. Yes. That's long. It only does this if now I'm very confused. Even if this was a threading issue, like there is no way the threads would be stalling for that much. Oh, but if we receive one chunk, then it all resets. So like we probably get the chunk we're in quickly and then stall or something like that. Okay. Guess we do that then. So instead of this, we'll do that. So prepare start is this time, and last received chunk and now is also larger than prepare start. And that doesn't reload. Love it. In general, I find that most language hate is you know, people hating on stuff because it's cool, rather than people hating on stuff because it deserves hate. Except if it's JavaScript. I love that you said that also. There we go. Yeah. Okay, and that absolutely loaded all the chunks. So it's a little awkward. It does, like, it looks so weird. But whatever. So, like, the problem with JavaScript isn't necessarily JavaScript, though. The problem is with JavaScript is that people have started using it for making actual applications rather than scripting some random little pieces of a website. Okay. So there we go. That is that piece. I need a second copy of this, I just realized, because that is... There's another setup command. Teleport. I can probably steal this from the other one. Spline command. I really wanted to do the same thing. Can I use the same code? Probably not. Because I need to reference teleport. Maybe I can do that.
Yay.
This is like an interface, right? Abstract class. Good enough. That's not what I wanted. Well, abstract and okay. This I actually want gone.
What should I put on my wish list for Christmas? Prefer things less than $50.
Dollars. Okay, Brian. I don't know. Going to space might be a little bit much. Why are you complaining? Oh. There's a lot of stuff in this. Asterisks of commands I don't care about. This I do here. Pie? But what's flavor of pie, though? Okay, so now I need to implement that in here. For to start. Oh, crud. And then setup command. Teleport to start, which is in this case is just teleport with exactly the same things, right? Pie flavored pie. Nice. Raspberry pie. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That works. Can't hot swap that. Of course not. Do we have setups in this world? We do. Okay, cool. Rust is aiming to do what? Easy, performant, fast, good looking, and efficient cross-platform apps. I mean, performant means different things in different contexts. But yeah, if you throw an entire web browser and render your UI in that, then you've thrown performant out the window at the start. But in the context of a game or an embedded application, performant means something different than it means if you're just rendering a GUI for a web or for a desktop thing. So I should be able to do this again and it should work. Good. That still works. It's slightly annoying that you don't actually get back to this exact starting point, but that's fine. I'm gonna do this again. Now instead of, we're gonna set up whatever test. Yeah, that's a prepare. Nice. I have enough plushies? How is that possible? Okay, that was a lot of stuff that just went into this, but that's okay. Added line. Added prepare command for line and set. Need to write documentation for this also, but I can do that off stream. I missed a follow. Sorry about that. Ferret, thank you for the follow. Guess I'll push these.
Lime opinion on Courtline.
Courtline. Haven't used it more than when I had to. Not a fan, but probably mostly because I haven't taken the time to actually understand. So that means that my interfacing with Kotlin has been being forced to work in an environment that I don't understand. Not necessarily, because I want to work in Kotlin. Okay, so that was that, which means we should be able to now build on that to create something that actually auto records everything. Actually, I probably closed a bunch of issues here. I guess the other question is, do I want to change the recording indicator? Or not the recording, the loading indicator. To not just pop up. when it like loads one chunk. It's fine. I'm just gonna ask for some windmill books. You're really going all in on the windmill stuff. That's cool. People always hate trying to get me stuff. Generally because I'm a kind of person who, like, if I want something, I'll kind of just go buy it. And if I don't because it's too expensive, then it's also too expensive to ask for as a gift. Sometimes people will figure out something really cool that I find is really good, but I just haven't, figured out myself. But that's an incredibly hard ask for like a gift thing. Every Saturday? Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna try this. Record. We're just gonna do record all. That does something. Record all. I don't understand all the tech speak. Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes when you do a programming stream. It just devolves into flame wars about programming languages. Replay mod is not involved. Replay mod has not been used for snapshot videos for ages. So it's all this mod basically, which does camera motions, it does repeatable setups for just about whatever in the game, input recording, all kinds of stuff. Flames and programming language that I abhor as C++. Hey, that was my job for 15 years. Like all of game development, except, Unity, Minecraft, and some folks doing stuff in Rust. Alright, so what do I want this to do? Is this the client driving this or the server driving this? Is the question. It's probably the server. Your job was abhorring C++. Is that the same as just working in C++? I do in many ways like C++. It is an interesting combination of a higher level language and still retaining performance and control over memory layouts and like low level stuff. Anyway, I'm very much use what you know or use the best language for the task. Those are often very different though, the answers to those two questions. I find that like good programmers will tend to learn new languages, and like the best programmers I know will tend to build a toolbox of different languages so that they have something that is reasonably close to the best language for a task. I mean, Rust, sure. Rust is like an improved version of C++, but without most of the things that make people able to use C++, right? It doesn't have the ecosystem around it yet. Don't understand why you have to use memory addresses to use a programming language. Well, you don't. But you also don't get performance. Here's the thing. If you want performance in terms of like a high-performant modern game, you have to understand everything from how the CPU executes code internally in what is called an execution pipeline, memory caching, all the way up to how the compiler compiles code into machine code for the thing to use, and lots of other stuff. Which is part of why game programming is both interesting and also extremely hard. Or you can ignore all of that, but then you don't get max performance. You can get like reasonable, but you don't get like high performance. What's this take? Do I care to take this? Probably don't. You can ignore all of that and you get Minecraft Java Edition. Well, you can also ignore all of that and get nothing. Like, do people still complain about Minecraft being written in Java? I feel like I haven't heard that grievance in like 7 years. I don't know if people complain about it. Like, I will complain about it sometimes. It certainly has its benefits. Like, we're writing a mob that would not be possible to do if it wasn't in Java, right? Or a similar language. On the other hand, it also means that there's going to be some performance implications. Thick timelines. Okay, I probably don't need to care about this stuff. I do need a new custom packet. Edit timeline has a thing. Network timeline. That isn't entirely the timeline type, resource location, timeline. That is not what I need. I need these. People stopped complaining about Minecraft being written in Java when performance improved. People started using stuff like Sodium. Well, ignorant people stopped complaining. Hey, thanks. I don't know if that whoever did that is around on the stream, but somebody just signed up for Patreon. So if that was somebody here, thank you. Very much appreciate that. Need all of his boilerplate stuff. Basically everything. What's this? Record timeline. Maybe we actually change that. Maybe you auto record timeline. Yeah, there are notifications. I could even put them on stream, but I'm a bit more hesitant because people don't like necessarily associate their Patreon account name with what they are using on stream, so they might not want it on, you know, on a live broadcast. But I get notifications, absolutely. So this is. Well, it's basically this. Yeah, boy. These two. Type and resource location ID. What are you complaining about? Oh boy. Huh? I am very confused about what's going on here. Also realized I am not wrapping this, so you can't really see it. Yeah, this is IntelliJ. What?
Yay.
Sarah, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome in. That I know why, but I'm very confused about. I must have completely missed something here, but timeline type codec for type, resource location codec for ID, and then constructor. This error message that I just got is like 4 miles long. So what is this? This is byte buff. This is byte buff. So okay, should be that. Right? Yes. Still doesn't work. Return type of accessor type must match the type of record component type. I'm just something that expands custom pack type, which this is. Yeah, I'm so confused. Oh, this type is a different type? No, it can't be. Your type record variable is clashing with that type from... Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Wow. That was something. And then this needs to do a bunch of stuff. Client. Timeline type. ID. Not main. Auto forward. Yeah, maybe this should actually be its own thing. The network timeline ID is this stuff. Means stream codec is now stream codec for this thing. And then what would you say are your favorite programming languages for different tasks? I would say if I need high performance stuff, I would probably still go back to C++, although I have been eyeing learning more of Rust. But maybe depends on how much time. Also looked at a few others, but yeah. For most like simple processing stuff, I'd probably reach for Python. Many things related to Minecraft, I'd go for Java for obvious reasons. Some cases C# can be good. If I'm gonna use a bytecode compiled language, then in many ways I think C# is a better language than Java. So if there's no like library connotations of what matters there, then I'd pick C# over Java. Why are you picking that knowable? Can't even remember what the whatever. Second. Okay. Said you like having stack variables in C#. Java that was trying to add something. Yeah, so value types is a thing that has been just around the corner for the last like 10 years in Java. Are these WhatsApp's notifications from you? Yes, they are. But also my audio is broken again, so I don't even hear them myself. I only see them. I mean, it does look like they're making progress, which is cool. And it would be extremely useful for Minecraft, but, you know, not holding my breath. All right, so need another packet which is server bound that hacks that. I think you promise it's for real this time. Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah. I mean, I could just be a Boolean. Let's do this again. Only 50 years until Fusion. Yeah. Fusion is also another one of us. Any moment now. When I was a kid, I used to watch a Discovery TV program called Beyond 2000, which was like super futuristic stuff that's happened beyond the year 2000. Kind of at some point I feel I want to go back and just like, did any of this stuff actually come true? Like, is any of this stuff, you know, actually happened, or was it all like some random stuff? Okay. Also, so now we have, I guess, is the networking it? Yeah, okay. Codec. Why not? Huh? They look fine to me. Does this actually have to be? I don't think that will work. It does work. Okay. Interesting. There. Somewhere we have a network version. Cool. Oh. Okay. Everything sort of exists. That's the problem. Like, it's the thing where you regularly will hear, like, oh, they've come up with this new type of storage. It's going to be so dense, and it's like, it's faster than RAM, and it's, persistent like hard drives and whatever. And it's always just some research thing, and it's just that, then they have to actually make the thing into a product, and it just never happens. Can't remember how many times I've heard kind of that story. Okay, so if payload finished, then I might try to just set everything up here. Static void record start auto record some player. Oh yeah, way better batteries with new tech. Although I will say that better batteries have kind of manifested mostly through electric vehicles. Like the range evolution of electric vehicles is nuts, and it's mostly driven by new battery tech. Not that that's meant that we've got better batteries in like just AAA batteries or whatever. But take what I can. So that is good because it means this needs to be network timeline ID. So that's sure that can be final. Fine. Where are those vacuum transport tubes at? Not sure about those though. Okay, so when you start out recording something for a player, you want what do they call it? Record all. I guess it should be called auto record. Auto recording. Auto recording. Oh, this could break horribly if it's already auto recording, I guess. Get storage. That's the right thing. Why does it need a level? Engines needs access to any level. That's fine. Okay. So we add all of the splines and then all of the setups to a long list of stuff to record. And then is this what I want? Probably not. We grab the last thing. I guess we can do them last to first. Doesn't matter. Oh boy. Interesting. Okay. Just need a command source stack to be able to do a teleport. Ugly way to do this is to simulate this command, which might be the most reasonable way to do it. I need this player here.
Can Brian say a woo?
Well, yeah, you know, you can, you get to decide if you think that was, if that was it or not. Console index, that has a source, okay. Create command source stack. Okay, we have to do this ourselves.
Can he say colon pipe? Skeptical or colon 3? 3.
Skeptical? I love it. We read out the smiley. That's fantastic. And how do we run a command from a timeline already? It's just this, right? Execute. Okay, that makes sense. Why are we doing this? Okay, well, it's fine. This is just a command, yeah. Okay. Let's ugly hack this together then. Oh, the other way around. Base. Timeline dot D. Prepare. What does this need? Player. That's quite horrifying, but that's totally fine. Okay. Oh. Probably a teleport I want. Yeah, that's a bit of a mess. That's fine. Okay, so this needs the player. So finish timeline auto record just means we're gonna start the next one. Actually, there's one more thing here, and that is yes. Auto recording, get. Okay, so if we're done, the thing is empty, then just remove the list entirely. Otherwise, start the next thing. Okay. So I'm going to try to remember where I was in all this. I must have been in the handler, but I've opened so many things I've lost that. Server pack handler. This thing. Right. What? Finished timeline auto record. That's the thing. There. And that needs a certain player. Just there. So, yeah, I mean, code generating AIs are great in some ways, but they're kind of like a junior programmer. They need a lot of hand holding, and I feel like they fool a lot of people that aren't capable of doing the hand holding. pretty much want this. A bunch of back and forth client server stuff here now, but okay, so we need to start auto record, which should come from the timeline command. Record all, yes, and splice that. Start auto record just for the player. Oh yeah, like, I guess in a way you kind of just replaced programming in a language with programming in a non-determined language.
Coding stream, let's go.
Zerk, thank you for 52 months. Let's go. Thank you so much for all that support. But yeah, like, instead of programming like Java, you're now programming a prompt in some language that is undefined. And then also trying to patch up the Java it generates. So I don't know. Okay, start auto record. This is quite a complex sequence. That will set up and start. And so I think what is missing now is the client side. So I've done the server packet handler. This should be okay. Okay, and then on the client packet handler, it does auto record, which sets that, and then does prepare. But then when it's done preparing, we don't do anything. So if prepare tick is now 0 and auto recording is not null, then how do I get, I guess, my connection, server bound custom packet, new auto record ACK with auto recording, and oh my god, do this. And it's not finished at this point, it's just starting. And then there's a really weird place to hook this in, which is from the OBS connection when this thing is finished recording is where I want the next thing to do. Yeah, I mean, they are impressive. My problem is, like, they're planet eating in terms of how much energy they take to run, even for a single query. And then they don't really, like, they don't move the needle enough for me to think that, oh yeah, just let's burn the planet. That's a reasonable cost for that. Move output file. Right, so here, spline recorded as. Not even. I'm gonna replace that with clip because it's not necessarily a spline anymore. OBS connection surely is client side only. Maybe it's not. Oh. It's not. That isn't great. Wait, it's a client mod initializer. This is a bit of a mess. All this energy could be used for crypto money. Oh yeah, you know, this is the big loss. This might be fine, actually. It also very much might not be fine.
Yay.
No, wait, on recording state changed. Surely this is what... Or is it set record show recording? I mean... Record... Oh, yeah. Something sends a message. Oh, okay. It's actually start and stop recording. It's not. That makes sense. So maybe we go from here. I really don't. But this does, like, okay. This should be fine then. This is a bit fragile. Actually, no, it's not okay. Stop record, response nothing, send that. And then we wait for on recording state changed. Not recording. Move output file. Where is this called from? It's called from here. Just check recording files, which is here. Okay. Hello, Foobar Basilisk. Thank you for the follow. It is getting late. I am getting tired. We can do this the opposite way. So we auto record something. Then we do all this. Oh, OBS connection. Okay, so then is when we're doing all of this stuff, but with true. So if you don't have an OBS connection in this case, the whole thing stalls, which isn't great. Are you? That's okay. Wait, can instance actually be null here? Stop recording comes from, that's the input handler and spline. What sends this? Record stop. Okay. Okay, I think I need to do here. This is a client-side thing, so I can just do the client-side cam splines client dot fake and recording, I guess. That's Linux. Which is just a method ref there. Let's start recording. Stop recording. Can I load this without like loading everything? I don't think I can. This isn't great. We'll try it. Although I guess I could. This should be fine. I'll definitely need to try this in an actual networked scenario. But for now, that kind of feels like it should do the thing. I have no idea what the timelines are in this. Ooh. That's interesting, actually. It's been testing in production on Tuesday. Well, I don't know that we would be using this on Tuesday, right? This would be primarily a thing that we're doing on the new server. So, testing in production when struggling to make a snapshot video on a deadline. I just realized that not all setups have record commands. Which means we don't know which ones should be run or not. But maybe, well... I don't know, actually. Probably want to be able to exclude some or something, because we have like splines that are supposed to be run from setups and stuff. But the problem is, if it doesn't have a record command, then it's never gonna end. Unless it plays a spline. I guess I have to make that a little bit more complex. So a lot of code. This setup probably needs to. Maybe setups could have an optional file name and recording length argument. But I mean, it already has the control it needs. The problem is, it's not restricted to setups. It's sometimes we have a setup that doesn't record, but it runs a spline that records. So that one should be run, but the spline shouldn't. So I think we have to exclude stuff manually. But at the very least, it's true that setups that don't run record and don't run spline should not run. Oh, this is an ID only. What's the use case of a setup that runs a spline? Any case that needs to do stuff before the spline starts. Heavy use of that in this update because creakings couldn't be spawned by commands, so you had to turn it to night, wait for a creaking to spawn, teleport it into position, and then start a spline. Anything that has a spline that is dependent on an entity for its positions also requires that entity to exist when the spline starts, so you might have to create it first. There's a bunch of cases. Splines that run a setup that for the second player, like there's lots of stuff. Huh? That's actually quite problematic. What if you start recording but don't stop? If it runs the spline command, we definitely... So if it has a start command, we record that. If it has a stop command, then we should auto run it if it started recording. Otherwise, we shouldn't. So you don't want, even if it's just a stop command, it's not going to actually stop recording. Otherwise, we don't want it included. I think that's... And then we probably, on top of this, want to add a layer of just exclude this. But for now, this will at least... should at least mean that we can safely run the command. Because currently it would get stuck on setups that don't record. Alright, well... Well, so far so good. That's garbage test recordings. This is a super long one, I think. It appears to be doing the right thing. What happens if you press F8 during auto record? It should like finish that recording and skip to the next one. Because it's gonna still trap into the I ended a spline or a I, you know, recording is done. So that's good. It didn't run the setup, but it kind of makes sense because I don't have an OBS connection right now. Well, no, that doesn't matter, but its setups probably don't have. Like there isn't going to be a recording in here, but I guess we can set one up. Set up a setup. So a 5-second long thing that does record start and record stop, and then input record. Whoa, okay. That's not ideal. List is empty because list is null. Okay, so we stopped recording. Oh boy. Okay, I can't get back into the world now. I think I know where this is. In the wrong place. Here. Finished timeline auto record. So yeah, we're grabbing this. So we're getting has finished. I mean, I guess that's fine. Some level of robustness is fine, but then on recording ended. Yeah, so this is a problem. If auto recording is not null, then we should do this. But it actually ended there, so we should also set it to null. And this one is already testing for that. Okay.
Yay.
Alright, so let's see if we can get into the world now. Alright, cool. Dot Fabian, thank you for the follow. Let's clear that input. I have no idea what happened. Okay, I could save the input this time around. Very good. So now, let's do this also. Let's toss in a front, so this angle, so we clearly see that that happens. Also, I have an input recording, but no like position, so probably teleport to here or something. Hope that's reasonable. And now do all of okay, that's the spline. Yes, all the splines happen first, and then all the wait, it should have done the setup first. At least that was my impression, but we'll see. Assuming that it saved my commands properly, he might not have. The question is, do you want F8 to stop only current setup of spline or auto record fully? Probably only the current, I would say. Like, the only case where I wouldn't want that is if I accidentally auto record when I don't mean to. But otherwise, I can see wanting to F8 out of a recording that it might be long, but also obviously does the wrong thing, so there's no point in completing it. Okay, so it didn't play the setup. Now the question is why. I suppose we debug the should record thing. Okay, so we do end up there. This timeline is God knows. So the command is clear there, execute in, so teleport. Okay, that wasn't it. This is another one, which I guess it should be the last one. Record start, okay. So that hits start recording, but not record stop. That wasn't the same file name though, so that shouldn't have. Interesting. I apparently had something that did that. Setups to play other setups. Record stop. Oh, these don't happen in order. I see. How long into the night are you going to stream? Not much longer. I kind of want to get this working, but I can sort. Oh, that's annoying. I am gonna have to do that though. Sorted. Entry time. Okay, so that might do it. Let's try that again. Drop that frame. Now I should hit record start first. Yes. Wait. What just happened? Okay, let's do that again. Okay, so the first command we hit is record start test. That hits record start. And then, okay, some weird debugging shenanigans. Then we hit the teleport, then we hit the record stop. God knows. Okay, yeah. That was it. That was the setup. And now the splines. Yeah, so this appears to work. Well, let's try it. F8. Well, it does nothing now because I'm not recording. That's weird. Actually. It should still end the spline, right? Yeah, so maybe that's something to look at. But in general, it seems to kind of do the thing. So why it's not ending, I don't quite know. Oh, actually, I do know. It works better if you have your focus on the, like, keyboard input focus on the Minecraft window. So that ended, but I don't know. It would probably be nice to have an output message when it's done with all of the recordings. So that we know that it actually did the thing. Cast lines. So that would be when the list is now empty, we do that, and then give me surely we haven't print something here somewhere. No? Fine. Guess I'll code things myself. See, where's that LLM when you need it? Player dot is it connection? Oh wow, no. Maybe the other way around is nicer. Audio recording finished. Complete. Well, let's try it again without all my breakpoints. Okay, so actually, this won't work if I F8, but now it should. And then it did move on to the next one, so that seems to have worked. So far so good. And now if I F8 out of this, which I think is the last one, then it does complete. So yeah, it tracks the thing correctly. Nice. So that should be a useful thing. We need to do some extra work for like excluding, being able to pick which ones to exclude, but that can happen later. This is still a massive thing. So and ones record all command. All right. Well, I think that will. I'm not me. I think that will have to do it for today. It is just about midnight, so should definitely wrap it up here. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. We should go find somebody to raid on Twitch. I just realized. Yeah, well, we'll do the traditional thing. Why not, you know? Thank you. Tomorrow should be normal stream. Either hardcore or the Monster Hunter Challenge. I'm not quite sure yet. Depends a little bit on how I feel tomorrow. But it will be something hardcore-y. Thank you so much for today. Have a good day, night, morning, night, evening. I always said night. Whatever it is in your time zone. I'll see you laters.